Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tennis Fan Video. Mirra Andreeva has strengthened her position in the race to the WTA Finals following her triumph in Linz, while there has also been some movement outside the top 10. World number 10 Andreeva defeated Anastasia Potapova 1-6, 6-4, 6-3 in the final at the indoor clay court WTA 500 tournament in Linz. It was the 18-year-old Russian's second title of 2026 after her victory in Adelaide in January and her fifth title overall. The European clay court season on the WTA Tour continues this week with the 500 tournament in Stuttgart and the 250-level event in Rouen. What is the race to Riyadh? The 8 women who earn the most ranking points in the 2026 season will qualify for the season-ending WTA Finals, which will be staged in Riyadh from 7 to November 14th. If a current year Grand Slam winner finishes between 9th and 20th in the race, they will take the 8th and final qualification spot. The prestigious tournament, which was first held in 1972, is played on indoor hard court at the King Saud University Indoor Arena. Elena Rybakina is the reigning WTA Finals champion, having claimed a record-breaking $5,235,000 for winning last year's event. The players who finish 9th and 10th will travel to Saudi Arabia as alternates and have the chance to take the place of any players who withdraw. The latest race to Riyadh rankings. Aryna Sabalenka and Rybakina have not played since their showdown in the Miami Open semifinals last month, but they remain first and second in the race respectively. Rybakina is in action in Stuttgart, while Sabalenka pulled out of the event. Jessica Pegula is third in the race, having closed the gap to Rybakina to 579 points after her victory at the WTA 500 in Charleston earlier this month. Alina Svitolina, Karolina Muchova, and Victoria Mboko have not competed on the WTA Tour since Miami, and they remain 4th, 5th, and 6th. Andreeva's title win in Austria has lifted her above Coco Gauff into the number 7 position in the race. Live WTA race to Riyadh as of April 13th. 1. Aryna Sabalenka, 3, 8002, Elena Rybakina, 3, 4843, Jessica Pegula, 2, 9054, Alina Svitolina, 2, 2565, Karolina Muchova, 1, 9466, Victoria Mboko, 1, 9277, Mirra Andreeva, 1, 8698, Coco Gauff, 1, 696 cutoff 9, Belinda Bencic 1, 18710, Amanda Anisimova 1, 13011, Iva Jovic 1, 11112, Iga Świątek 1, 02113, Sorana Srsti 87314, Yelena Ostapenko 82615, Madison Keys 78116, Alex Eala 772. Former world number 1 Iga Świątek, who is competing in Stuttgart, is 12th in the race and trails 8th-placed Gauff by 675 points. Sorana Srsti is up 2 places to 13th, while Yelena Ostapenko has jumped 4 spots to 14th, with Madison Keys dropping 2 positions to 15th. Alex Eala has climbed 3 spots to 16th. WTA rankings race to Riyadh. Andreeva climbs, Gauff drops, Swiatek outside top 10. Eala rising +3. The WTA Tour's race to Riyadh has taken a dramatic and almost unrecognizable turn, sending shockwaves through the tennis world as the season reaches its decisive stretch. What once looked like a predictable hierarchy dominated by established stars has transformed into a volatile, youth-driven shakeup filled with surprises, heartbreaks, and breakout stories. At the center of this chaos is a new wave of talent rewriting the script. Andreeva's meteoric rise. Mirra Andreeva has become the symbol of fearless ambition on the tour. Still a teenager, she has climbed the rankings with a maturity that defies her age, combining tactical intelligence with an aggressive baseline game that dismantles more experienced opponents. Her rise in the race to Riyadh standings is not just about consistency, it's about statement victories. Wins over top 10 opposition have become less of an upset and more of an expectation. Every tournament now feels like another chapter in her rapid evolution from prodigy to contender. What makes Andreeva's surge so compelling is her composure under pressure. In tight third sets, she plays like a veteran who has seen it all, not a teenager still learning the tour's emotional extremes. Coaches and analysts alike are beginning to ask the same question. Not if she will qualify for the biggest stages, but how high she will climb once she gets there. Gauff's unexpected dip. On the other side of the narrative sits Coco Gauff, a player long considered one of the brightest faces of the next generation. Her drop in the race to Riyadh standings has stunned fans who expected her to dominate this phase of the season. Gauff's season has been a mix of brilliance and inconsistency. When her serve clicks and her forehand dictates play, she remains nearly unstoppable. But lapses in timing, unforced errors at key moments, and tactical adjustments from opponents have created unexpected vulnerabilities. The pressure of expectation may also be playing its part. As one of the most marketable and scrutinized athletes in women's tennis, every match carries weight beyond the scoreboard. Still, insiders insist her game is far from in crisis. Instead, this dip is being viewed as a recalibration period, one that could fuel a stronger finish if she finds rhythm at the right moment. Swiatek's shock position outside the top 10. Perhaps the most surprising twist in this season's race to Riyadh is the position of Iga Świątek. A former world number 1 and dominant force on clay, Swiatek sitting outside the top 10 in the race standings has sent shockwaves through the tennis ecosystem. This is not a question of talent, her level remains elite, but rather of timing, surface transitions, and a few uncharacteristic early exits from key tournaments. Opponents have also adapted, studying her patterns more deeply and challenging her rhythm with greater aggression. What makes Swiatek's situation so intriguing is her reputation as a competitor who responds to adversity with dominance. History suggests that writing her off at any stage is a mistake. However, the race to Riyadh is unforgiving, and every missed opportunity tightens the margin for error. If anything, this storyline has added an unexpected layer of tension. Can one of the sport's most consistent champions fight her way back into contention before the season's defining finale? Eala's steady climb, +3. Amid the turbulence at the top, Alexandra Eala's quiet but meaningful rise of +3 positions in the standings represents one of the most encouraging developments of the season. Eala's progression has not been explosive in the headline sense, but rather built on discipline, shot selection, and growing belief. Each tournament has shown incremental improvement, better point construction, stronger mental resilience, and an increasing willingness to dictate rallies against higher-ranked opponents. Her rise is particularly significant because it reflects sustainability rather than momentary brilliance. In a season defined by volatility, Eala represents the value of steady accumulation. Winning matches she is supposed to win, pushing favorites deeper into sets, and occasionally springing surprises against seeded players has allowed her to quietly ascend. Coaches within the circuit are beginning to note her improved court awareness and adaptability. She is no longer just a promising name. She is becoming a consistent presence in draws that matter. A race defined by chaos and opportunity. The race to Riyadh has always been about who performs when it matters most, but this season has taken unpredictability to another level. Injuries, schedule congestion, and the emergence of fearless young players have reshaped the competitive landscape. Where veterans once controlled momentum, now momentum itself seems to shift match by match. This volatility has created a rare situation. No single player feels untouchable. Even the biggest names are being tested earlier, harder, and more frequently than in previous seasons. For fans, this is tennis at its most thrilling, unpredictable, emotional, and constantly evolving. The road ahead. As the tour heads into its final stretch before Riyadh qualification is finalized, every match carries amplified significance. One deep run can redefine a season. One early exit can derail months of progress. Andreeva will look to solidify her breakthrough and avoid the pressure that comes with expectation. Gauff will aim to stabilize and reassert her status as one of the tour's elite forces. Swiatek faces a critical battle not just for ranking points, but for rhythm and confidence. And Eala continues her quiet climb, hoping to turn steady progress into a defining breakthrough moment. In a season where the established order has been disrupted, one truth stands out clearly. The race to Riyadh is no longer just about who is the best player on paper. It is about who adapts fastest when everything changes. And right now, everything is changing. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.